When you get approached by someone like Camper, it's quite exciting because you see some of the relationships that they've formed and the people that they've worked with in the past. They're a really, really creative brand. I think on that level, it's obviously great when you suddenly get a phone call from someone like Camper. When they first spoke to us, they said they were looking for a kindred creative spirit, and I think we found that. Our initial approach was to just bombard them with every kind of conceivable idea that they might go for, but very much with an eye on where we would like to go with it, and thankfully they thought in a very similar way. We tried everything from a straightforward version with the Camper logo filling a sail through to kind of wacky, almost ridiculous ideas about what we might do on the boat. In World War II, there was these battleships that were known as dazzle ships, and these things are quite striking from a graphic point of view. What they used to do is they used to put these patterns on them because the enemy from a distance couldn't tell how big the ship was. And the idea of bringing that into play was very interesting to us. And we managed to achieve that by using the Camper bridge, using the Camper logo. Obviously, it's the first thing you start working with, and you instantly start to get a feel of sails, albeit kind of a bit galleon or pirate ship. If you flip it, it becomes a wave. And there's just nice elements that you realise that actually that everything that you need is within that logo. So then we started developing patterns that use the Camper bridge. At this point, this was early on where we did it in blue and we tried various colours along the way. But then we started using different reds. I mean, what's interesting about it, one of the ideas that we came up with was that we'd develop these patterns and we would then use them at different scales on each different sail. So every time a different sail is used, depending on the condition, I think there's around 8 or 9 different sails that will all be used at different times. Hopefully, as the boat is sailing around the world, it's kind of, you're going to see all these different versions, the way they work and the way they look, and it will be forever shifting and changing. It is a break into a new area for us. It's not the kind of thing that we've ever done before. There's been lots of technical stuff that we've had to take on board that's not even in, there's people in here now know the names of every different sail and all this kind of stuff, which is not me, I add. It's the most three-dimensional project that we've taken on. You've got 100-foot tall masts, a 70-foot long carbon fibre boat that obviously has a shape to it, and so there's a lot more to consider in that. Yeah, it's a very big project. It's kind of a dream project, really. It's one of those that you just kind of, when you tell other design companies that you're working on this, they kind of go, oh. It's a complicated process to arrive at something that works. I really cannot wait to see it on the water. Yeah, they've used fantastic architects and they've collaborated with fantastic designers on their shoes, and this is, I suppose, another level of their collaboration. It does feel very international, and I think that can only be a good thing, really. For the last kind of 10 months, we've been working on sheets of paper, and any time now, we're going to see this as a real three-dimensional object with masts that are as tall as this tree that I'm sat against here, and that is going to be a really special moment, I think. Let's hope it wins.